Okay, so I'm gonna warn you, I have no idea how this is gonna go, but I need to build a quarantine box for my new plants and figured that since I was gonna do that, I should do it with you. This is how this always goes, but like in my head, this will work. In practicality, TBD, let's see. So why do you need a quarantine box? You don't know what you're bringing in. You could have so many pests that are just a pain to get rid of that it could have just been prevented had you sheltered these away. Now, you can also just have a room where you keep your plants, but I don't really have one of those that doesn't already have plants in it. So it's best for me to build a quarantine box for it. So I think how this is gonna work is I got one of those organizers that are super popular right now. They fold into a box and then you stack the box on the box on the box. The problem that I have, of course, is that I don't think, like, I have a couple of plants that need to be quarantined that are taller than I think a regular box is. So my first idea, this is a 3-piece stackable set, is to find a way to combine this, like, so if it's stacked and stacked, having a way to sort of flip them so they make a bigger box, if that makes sense. So what I'm going to be using is tape and aquarium lights. I have extras because I used to have a lot more tanks, and these aquarium lights are specifically designed for plants. Not all of them are. So if you're going to be following along with me and giving this a try too, just FYI. You can also get, I've been told, LED strip lights that have a daylight setting that will work. I don't know. Your mileage may vary. So I guess let me open this and see if this is going to work the way I want it to in my head. So first impressions on this guy. They're pretty flimsy. They're actually not as sturdy as I was expecting. I'm sure it'll be sturdier once they start stacking on each other and the structure is sort of better, but we'll see. And again, this one doesn't have a lid. I think there's only one with a lid, so that actually might work to my advantage. The wheels are optional, obviously, but I got them, so why not? All right, so if I took go like this, I think this might work, but it definitely won't be as sturdy as it would be if I was using it the right way. So I think my game plan here is to make sure they're locked into place, to tape it like this and not use this door very much. I also want to see if that's an interesting obstacle I wasn't thinking of. Let me noodle on this a little bit. But for now, let's start wrapping. Maybe we can come up with an idea. So I'm taping this obviously because I want it to be sturdy, but there's another reason in that I don't want the chance of any critters to get out. Because if somebody brought friends, that is not going to be great for my plants that are already here. And I'll go around this again later, but just for proof of concept, I'm just going to do one round. I also need, the tape is a smidge wider than that. So I could finagle with this, or it might just have to be good enough for now. I mean, it's fine, but so I guess I could like like create a cut, slend it through, and then instead of having two cuts, I can just have this one stick out. That wouldn't be that bad. I guess it doesn't matter. I'm just finicky. Let me put the top one on. When in doubt, smack it. Okay, so let me show you this. So, bad news is, I gotta think of some way to make it a ledge or something, because otherwise, I can add just a counter. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll start with a counterweight here. That might be easier. But so, obviously, this is for the little plants. Now, let's try and see if we can get the big plants. I know, like, what I could do is just like that, but that leaves more places that these bugs can get out. I could just tape it up. They don't get hot since they're LED. And it's not like they're going to be on all the time. So, I guess I'll just... I have an idea. This might not work for the second one. For the first one, I can zip tie it up. Hopefully. Now, how to get that work for the bottom. That is in no way a good tape job, but it's good enough. I don't know if you can see it this way. It's good enough. Now, gotta add some tape to these just to seal them up. I know I could also caulk this, but I don't want to be that permanent just yet. But I guess it is pretty permanent since I cut holes in these things. Let's get some plants. Okay, let me show you what this looks like. All right, so we have 2 tiers. In there, the plant light. And up here. Let me go get the plugs for these and we'll turn it on and see how it looks. Success. All right, I'm gonna go spray these with some neem oil and let them sit about 2 weeks just to make sure no friends came along. One thing I forgot to mention, I also had a post-it to the top that has the date that I put it in and 40 days from then. Because there is no way I would ever remember that. That actually turned out really way better than expected. I'm really proud of us, guys. Good job.